Hello to everyone. My name is Debbie, and I speak out against abuse because it is a very cruel, evil practice that can cause very serious damage to a person's life. Abuse also does not represent the fruits of our Father's God Spirit, but abuse does represent Satan, who is the father of abuse. We must realize that we are trying to live on this earth with very unhealthy, toxic, and abusive people. They are everywhere you go. They are at church. They are at your job location, and they are in your family units. There are many different reasons why we should be aware and be able to see when we are dealing with unhealthy, toxic, abusive people. An unhealthy person will have sickness, illness, ailments, disorders, and afflictions that would cause illness to their mind, their thinking, their body, their spirit, and their soul. Unhealthy people that are involved in relationships with other people can be very damaging, dangerous, and destruction to that other person and that relationship. Based on my lifetime of experience with all types of toxic relationships with abusive people, I have concluded that there are 4 primary reasons a relationship will end up being unhealthy, destructive, unsafe, and dangerous. I have found that being involved with people who are abusing alcohol and or drugs can cause problems within that relationship. Problems that can cause fear, trauma, turmoil against those that are involved with that person. I have found that being involved with people whose mind, body, spirit, and soul have been taken under the control and possession of demons, devils, witches, and hellacious creatures from hell will cause severe complications in a relationship with this type of person. I have found that being involved with people who are secretly pretending to be in support of God, Jesus Christ, the Bible, and God's people, but are really supporting Satan, supporting devils and demons, will cause very critical and toxic struggles in a relationship, along with people who are open and honest about being anti-God, anti-Jesus Christ, anti-Bible, and anti-God's people. I have found that being involved with people who walk, talk, and behave as if they have a variety of very dangerous untreated cluster A, cluster C, and cluster B disorders, like the narcissist, the sociopath, and the psychopath, can be very fatal to the life and safety of a person that is involved in that type of relationship. Many people who are involved in unhealthy relationships do not understand that a person who has a toxic, negative personality will never have a happy, healthy relationship with a person who has a positive, healthy, lovable personality. This is because the math will always end up being a negative, unhealthy situation. A negative and a positive will always be a negative. There is not one thing that can be done to change this mathematical situation. Now, it is not hard to understand how 2 people who both are unhealthy, toxic, will have a constant and unhealthy toxic relationship. A negative and a negative will all day, always be a negative. If you are wanting to be in a relationship that is going to provide you with the fruits of God's spirit of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control, then you will need to be involved with people who represent the fruits of God's Spirit. A person who represents the fruit of God's Spirit is a healthy spirit. It is the complete opposite of a very unhealthy spirit. And based on the math, a positive and a positive will always, all day long, equal a positive.